Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today I have another gin on my cask, and it's the Cross Keys gin. It's not a gin from Great Britain, it's actually a gin from the Baltic states. It's from Latvian, and it is actually from their capital of Riga. And there is a very famous master distiller that does the Black Balsam, which is kind of their drink in Riga or in Latvian, which is a bitter. And we actually call it herbs bitter because this herbs bitter is done with a lot of herbs. And he actually does the gin with, it's a distilled dry gin, no sugar in there. So what he does is his distillation is with industrial alcohol. Then he adds some black balsam as a botanical, as an ingredient, and then another 20 botanicals. And they sound really very, very herbs, bitter kind of stuff. So we have juniper, obviously. Then we have linden blossom, rosemary, and chamomile blossom. So they actually do sound a bit more like blossom, like a flowery one. But I've heard that it is actually pretty, herbs in a glass. And the symbol here is the 2 keys. And the 2 keys, cross keys that actually crossed, that are the symbol of the city of Riga. I've unfortunately never been to the Baltic states, and I'd really love to, because I've heard that they're actually quite lovely. That they actually had quite an upturn since the whole Soviet Union collapse thing. And they are very traditional in a ceramic bottle. So what's inside? It's a 41% gin, so a bit more than normal. And it smells like a classical gin with a lot of juniper and a lot of herbs. I've had a bit of research. It's a one with herbs in there. But still, now that I have it a second time, I had it already in a German take, it's very, very flowery in the smell as well. Not quite sure it's because I smelled it the second time or had it before, or if I missed it before. But now I do have a bit of a herbs flowery thing going on. I like it. It's a nice mixture. Classical gin, a lot of juniper. But when you swallow it, it really reminds me a little bit of my childhood. It just came into my mind. It's like one of these peppermint bonbons with a lot of herbs in there. There are tons of stuff in Germany that you have and just I don't like that bonbon. Or I like a medicine. There are some medicines out there that are so sugary for children. They're kind of sweets anyway. But that really reminded me of that. It's not as sweet as some of the medicine or bonbons I had before. A little bit of sweetness for some reason. It's a dry gin, so no sweetness in there. But it feels sweet, probably because of the blossoms and the flowers and all that kind of stuff in there. Maybe they added some angelica root or something like that in there. But then there comes the herbs, and it's a lot of them. And you feel them, and you feel them in the aftertaste. So yes, the herbs are very strong with this one. And let's try it in a gin tonic. I'm really excited if it can hold out in a gin tonic, because the juniper is strong, but it's not as classical one-sided strong as you might have it in other classical gins. This is nice. You do feel a little bit of a pinch of juniper, but in the taste you feel a lot of herbs. So it's a really herbs, and a little bit of that spiciness from the Mistelheim signature. So I'm using Mistelheim signature. Signature is the one that is a bit spicy. The ambition would have been the pleasant one, not as strong one, more of a citrus one going on. I chose the herb spicy one because it just felt like herb spices mixed together. Maybe it works well with the ambition as well, like the herbs and then a little bit of a citrus touch to it. Well, you can try it. But this is not a classical gin tonic where you have the juniper going with the bitterness from the tonic. This is more of a botanical spirit drink with a lot of really emphasis on botanicals. You just feel that they just pushed in a lot of botanicals into this bottle and condensed it into its purest botanical form. I like it because it's not the classical gin tonic. Usually when you have a tonic, you have to have a very strong juniper gin just to keep up with the tonic. This tonic is a bit holding back, as I've said in the tonic video, and it works really well with this gin as it creates just a garden compressed in the glass, and that is just an amazing experience. I do love it. Yeah, nice combination. I think the King's Cross, the Cross Keys gin is good, but it works really well with the Mistelheim signature, the spicy one. Yeah. And yeah, I love it. So my recommendations for this combination works really good. Yeah, that was it for my take of the Cross Keys Botanical small batch distilled dry gin. That's really a long one. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.